Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Monday morning, the 17th of April, day 17. Here at Deer Lick, it started sprinkling most of the night, and it's not really been a hard rain, just kind of a constant, kind of a sprinkle to drizzle most of the night. Slept in a little bit. It's after 7 now, and the other guy in the shelter is it's kind of a long distance sectional hiker like myself. He's still asleep. So I've got to figure out how to go in and try and very quietly pack up my stuff. It's hard to do with a trash compactor bag in your bag because it just makes a lot of noise. But I'll give it my best. The rain's not going to stop till 2. I mean, if it was going to stop till 8, I'd just hang around. But it's not going to stop till 2 o'clock. I've already made an adjustment on my plan. I was trying to get to a hostel tonight to do resupply and laundry and shower. But to do that now, I'd have to do over 13, almost 14 miles, which means getting there so late that I probably can't get the resupply. I can't get maybe laundry done. So I'm just going to stop short at about 10. That puts me, then to go in the next day, then it's only about a 3.5 mile hike to get into the hostel so I can get in a little bit earlier so I can get stuff done and then leave the next morning. So anyway, that's my plan for today. It's going to be it's cold rain. It's in the hypothermia range right now. The temperatures, the high is only going to be about 67 today. So this cold rain, definitely probably start hiking with my rain jacket on, and we'll see how it goes. See how warm I get, but I don't want to get hypothermia. So, all right, let's go hike on and do this day.
I love hiking in the rain when it's like this. It's just something about man and nature, and you know, it's not a super downpour, just enough to, once you get warmed up, to help keep you a little cool and you don't mind getting wet. And very serene to be out in the woods when it's raining about like this. Okay, I'm going to try and record this and keep my phone close to my body so my hat brim can keep the rain off of it. Walked through some spruce a little bit ago, got some longleaf pine. You know, I like the evergreens from my videos last year. It reminded me, though, of an experience that I had. I was in the Air Force Station in Iceland. There weren't very many trees there. But I ran across an American and his wife who had retired, were living there, and he'd worked in the timber industry in Washington and Oregon. And of course I said, oh, you know, lumber for houses? And he said, no, byproducts, you know, the sawdust and stuff. I said, oh, you know what, for making paper and stuff? He said, no, for food additives. I'm like, what? Sawdust for food additives? Yeah. He said, anytime you see on a food ingredient cellulose, basically that's wood fiber or sawdust. He said it's really prominent in ice creams, especially like cheap ice creams. They'll add it in as a filler. Okay, so everybody hit pause. Run to your freezer and check your ingredients on your ice cream and see if you have sawdust in it. Okay, now that you're back, have you ever had cheap ice cream and like you leave the bowl out, you didn't get to finish it, and you might come back hours later and everything's melted except for this one little kind of a clump in the middle? Yeah, cellulose. So next time you're choosing ice cream, oh, this could have been tricky. Look at that. That would have led me right down that path. And here's a couple of blazes right here. Wow, that could have been interesting. Anyway, thought I'd share that story with you. So, Yule Gibbons, for those old enough to remember the commercials in the 70s, most parts of a pine tree apparently are edible. Well, I'm at Little Antietam Shelter. Very nice. That right where that trail split was, took us over a couple of 2 or 3 foot bridges with the spruce here and the pines, and a couple of really nice camping areas with picnic tables. So put this on the list of places to stop. Well, this is the Tumbling Run shelter area. Very nice. A lot of campsites. 2 4-person shelters. One says non-snoring, the other one says snoring. Got a nice pavilion here over or a picnic table. This is bare pole there. This is where I was planning on heading to last night. Didn't feel like I could do it. But honestly, the terrain was not bad. Had I known in retrospect, I may have made a go for it. But that's all right. The accommodations were dry last night. That's what counts. I'm pretty much soaked to the bone. This rain's pretty much kept up, and I'm liking my smart roll right now that I've stopped, and it's helping to regulate my body temperature. So I've got about 10 minutes before maybe I get too cool and have to put something on, but I'm doing a pack off break right now, and oh, it's pretty. Pennsylvania, this part of Pennsylvania is pretty. And the rocks haven't been any different really than anywhere else so far, so I'm not complaining. The 1,000-foot climb up to Chimney Rock and then the long ridgeline walk today actually made me feel like I was kind of out in the wilderness for the first time in a long time. You know, the Shenandoahs, you hear so much noise and road traffic and motorcycles, and I'm starting to descend now. I'm starting to hear just a little bit down by one of the roads I've got to pass. But man, for a while there, it was just quiet, and it was the woods, you know, and there was a little bit of that rain. Probably the only thing that would have made it more perfect if there were some ferns. I love ferns, especially when they're being gently rained on. But yeah, it's been a while since I've had that kind of out in the middle of the woods feeling on the trail. So, and it kind of happened definitely in the Smokies. You kind of felt like you were in the wilderness. It's been a good trail today. I mean, yeah, there's been rocks, but nothing that ridgeline walking in Virginia hasn't dished out, or Maryland. Maryland was a surprise. It turned out to be a lot rockier than I thought it was going to be, and a little bit more difficult. I'm sure Pennsylvania will make up for it here in a bit, but I'm going to end up eating my words. Remember last year that I came across some tea berries that were left over from the fall? I found about 4 or 5 today, just walking along here, kind of sampled them. It's very, very sad that Cracker Barrel, well, it's not their fault, but they used to carry that Beeman's gum. That was the tea berry flavor, but I guess Beeman's went out of business. At least that's what she told me. And you can't get that tea berry gum anymore. It's too bad. I kind of liked it. All right. Well, just a little bit of the down trail here for today. Not too bad. Coming up on a road crossing, and I've got another one, and then a parking lot, then a climb. Well, I'll see you later. Bye. Man, I've really been liking Pennsylvania so far. It's a beautiful day today. It's been cool too. For a while there it was almost cold, especially when I was soaked from the rain. I really like this Smart Wool shirt. It really helped regulate the body temperature as long as you kept going. Once I stopped for a break though, I needed to throw something on. All right, here's some of nice Pennsylvania. I'm sure there'd be parts that'll be more difficult, but for right now, this is kind of nice. Hey everybody, made it to the Rocky Mountain shelters. It was a 10.2 today. As you can see, it turned out to be a beautiful day, unlike the morning where it was pretty rainy, but I actually enjoyed the hike today, even though I got thoroughly soaked. It was just peaceful and serene, and I don't know, it just felt good. I'll have a chance to repeat that, I think. Tomorrow's supposed to be good, but then I think the next day after that, 60% chance of rain again. So, all right, it says it's a 0.3 steep grade to get down here to these shelters. I would say it's more like maybe a 0.225. But then it says it's only 0.2 down to the water. It's a good 0.4 down to the water. Maybe even a 0.5 down to the water from here. So if you're just hitting the trail intersection going, and I need water, and you know there was a creek that popped up that wasn't on our guidebook going under a road. I have a feeling it's seasonal, very seasonal, so it's not even on there. But you still had to pack 3 miles worth of water. But it was a long haul between our last water source, which was at the park down there in Teenham Shelter, to here. So I think about a 6. Let me see here. Let me just reference this. It was 7.8 back. 7.8. That's a long way to go, all in your water. And then to be able to have enough for the night. So there's just no way. I ended up drinking the 2 liters that I had about the time I got here. I'd saved a little bit. But then I just finished it off, and then just sucked it up and made the hike actually all the way down to the road. So we had to basically finish going all the way down the mountain down to where the road is to get the water, and then hike it back up. The good news is it's a long trail. It's a little bit steep, but it's actually nicely graded. There's no rocks on it. Part of it's a Forest Service road in a couple of places. I know there's a couple of really nice camping spots down where they've got some picnic tables set up too, down from here. So if you end up here and thinking, wow, there's no place to camp, just head down towards the water source, and there's a couple of great places to camp there. So all right, everybody, that's it. We'll see you tomorrow, and it'll be a Nero day for me. My low battery message came on, sorry about that.